What happened in 2022 and what is going to happen in 2023? Let's find out in this video. Hello everyone, this is Debayan and I make videos for MBA aspirants, MBA students and MBA professionals. So if you are one of them or would like to see content around them, then do subscribe to my channel as I keep coming up with more and more videos on those topics. So this video is divided into two parts. In the first part, I'll be talking about what were the key trends in 2022, what the economy was like, what the country had gone through, and what are the major changes we had seen in the last year. And in the second part, I'll be talking about 4 trends that we are likely to see in the upcoming year. So without wasting any more time, let's jump onto the video. So the first thing that happened last year was the third wave of COVID in January 2022. Many of the companies went back to hybrid or remote working that had called back their employees, while some of them who did not call back their employees to offices delayed their decision to bring their employees back to the offices. Though the economy wasn't totally shut down, though the basic economic activities, the public transport and everything was open and the economy was running, the people were asked to take care of themselves, to follow the necessary COVID protocols as they had been asked to follow in the first 2 waves. People started wearing masks in public transport, sanitizer consumption increased, and the fear of COVID was there. However, with majority of the Indians being vaccinated at least with 1 dose, the effect of the third wave was less. Now this year the new Omicron variant is supposed to be rising in seriousness, but according to the latest report, the vaccination and the herd immunity that we have gained will not result in the latest variant being as deadly as its predecessors. The second thing that happened in 2022 was the Ukraine war. Now, due to this, many Ukrainians had to flee from their homes and many emigrated to another countries, and those who could not emigrate were left homeless. The attacks resulted in the global markets facing the brunt of higher prices in the oil. The share market across the globe plummeted and world economy was suffering. Many European and Western countries had sanctioned Russia and had sanctioned doing business from Russia. Thus, the world economy was suffering, and how this Ukraine-Russia war will conclude, we are yet to know. The third thing that happened in India was the fear of inflation. The RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, had withdrawn its accommodative stance by increasing the repo rate. Now, repo rate is the interest rate that the banks pay to the RBI upon taking loans from the Reserve Bank. Now, whenever the RBI wants to reduce inflation, they raise the repo rate, which makes borrowing money difficult, which results in people having less money to spend. Now, as the cash flow in the market reduces, as people have less disposable income, they tend to consume less, and which results in lowering the demand for the products and in turn lowering the prices of the product. This is how RBI tries to control the inflation. I will be making another video on RBI and the Monetary Policy Committee meeting, and if there is any other topic related to the Reserve Bank, do let me know. I'll cover them in that video as well. Now, repo rate has been increased from 4% to 4.4% in May, 4.4% to 4.9% in June, 4.9 to 5.4% in August, 5.4% to 5.9% in September, and 5.9% to 6.25% in December. So in the second half of the year, the repo rate has increased from 4% to 6.25%. This actually shows that the RBI had taken steps to curtail the inflation, and the inflation was under control in the month of November, which was around 5.8%, which falls below the tolerance limit of 6% of the Reserve Bank of India. Apart from inflation, there was also a fear of global recession with the Ukraine war, with the price increase of the crude oil, with the instability in Britain and many other factors. There was a fear of recession. However, some experts were of the opinion that India will be exempted from the recession because of its strong finances, but we are yet to see what will actually unfold. Coming to stocks, the IT and pharma stocks, which had seen an unprecedented growth during the COVID years, were witnessing a correction in the year 2022. We all know in the COVID time, when people were working from home, the use of RT products had increased. People's dependency on IT assets had increased, which resulted in the IT stocks skyrocketing And also due to the fact that people had become more and more cautious about their health, they started buying more medicines, which also resulted in the pharma stocks going up. And adding to it were the innovations around the COVID medicines, which resulted in the bull run of the pharma stocks. But as the fear of COVID subsided, as the economy normalized, the people started going to office, the demand for IT stock was not as much as it had been. So the market started correcting. Now with the correction in the market, the tech giants like Amazon are also said to be downsizing their employee. However, they are using the word right sizing instead of downsizing, but employees will be given a golden handshake, and that is a fearful situation for the economy. Now, as RBI was increasing the interest rate, the US Fed also increased their interest rate, due to which the foreign institutional investors, the people outside India who invest in Indian stock market, started selling their shares. But their selling of shares did not affect the Indian market much because of the domestic institutional investors. Now, that was a surprising event because the domestic institutional investors started buying stocks in such an amount that it nullified the selling of these shares by the foreign institutional investors. The fact that Indian investors are taking up investment in the equity, fact that Indian investors are becoming more and more proactive in the market, that is a good sign for the economy, because people are trusting the equity market, and the number of demat accounts have also increased in India. So those were the few events that I wanted to cover in this video. Those were the few major events that had happened in the year 2022 that we had witnessed and we have been affected by, or we were the cause behind those events. And if you think I missed out on any of the event, do let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to read out on the other events that I had missed out on. And before I move on to the next part, before I move on to discussing what will be the trends in the coming months, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Moving on, the market trends that we are likely to see in the year 2023. The first thing that we are going to see is digital transformation taking place at a much larger pace. Though people are coming to office, though hybrid work is the middle path many companies have taken, while many other companies have permanently adopted to working from home, digital transformation is bound to happen, with artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality taking over the repetitive manual job that the human labor force were required to do. In such a scenario, people are bound to lose job. What we can do as an employee to stay relevant in the job market is that we can upskill ourselves, we can try to adapt to technologies, because companies would be preferring someone who can adapt to new technology, who can learn new technology, or who is someone who has the ability to understand technology and use technology for the benefit of the company and the benefit of doing their job. So in order to stay relevant in the digital era, we need to upgrade ourselves to be able to the person who are making digital products or using this digital transformation to upgrade our working, to upgrade our efficiency. The second thing that will happen in this 2023 is more and more focus towards sustainability. Now, with every G20 summit, the countries commit towards going net zero with the coming year, with the awareness around the country and the globe. The focus on sustainability, focus on becoming net zero will be a key trend. Many of the consultants are also having a sustainable approach. The ESG investment will also be a major portfolio of anyone's investment. Sustainable food habits, sustainable fashion, sustainable transportation will be an area where major changes will be seen, major innovation and improvements will be seen. So if you want to explore career in sustainability, this is the right moment to do so. The third thing that we will be seeing is then improvement in customer experience. Now, when I say customer experience, there are two parts to it. One is the immersive experience. Now, the customers, as they will be adapting to the digital life, as they will be adapting to the metaverse, their experience after sales services or the customer service sales has to change. The way the companies experience their products to the customers has to change. The customers need to be more and more involved. So the companies have to be able to reach the customers, or the experience and the services delivery, everything has to be done digitally so that the customers can experience in their comfort zone. And the second part of customer experience is data privacy. As and when people are getting more and more aware, more and more educated about their personal privacy, more personal space, they would prefer anything that takes care of their privacy. Blockchain technology is one such technology that is very, very private, as they do not keep into record which person is doing what action. And due to this, the first point, which was customer experience, this also needs to change so that the privacy of the customers is taken into consideration, is well respected whilst reaching out to them, while advertising to them, and whilst delighting them with the company's products. Both chains points that we can see is that there will be a talent challenge in the economy. And the talent challenge will come by the virtue of digitization, by the virtue of different set of skills required. In the past years, we have seen mass firing, mass layoffs, and then we have seen the great resignation. We have seen quiet quitting, we have seen moonlighting, we have seen all sorts of activities that happened in the employment market. And in future, according to an article by Forbes, a talent challenge is going to come, which means that the kind of job that you are looking for, the kind of talent that you are looking for, that particular talent may not be available in the job market. So there is going to be a skill gap. So the skills that is required and the skills that academia provide will not be intersecting with each other. So either the employees or the people who are looking for jobs need to upgrade themselves, or the companies need to focus on their learning and development. Here also, someone who is adept with technology and who can learn technologies quickly, who can upskill quickly, will be relevant and will be on demand. So those were the 4 key trends that we are likely to see in the year 2023. Comment down below how these trends are going to impact you, how you will be preparing to stay relevant in the 2023 and in the coming years. And in staying relevant, if you want to know what are the skills that will be most demand in the year 2023, the skills that companies would be looking for in 2023, then check out this video. Hope you enjoyed that video too. See you in that video. Take care. Bye-bye.